And welcome back to the Energized Football Show. Barry, if you're new to the Energized YouTube channel, what should you do?
You should probably subscribe. And if you are new to the Energized podcast,
welcome.
And if you're a returning Energized listener,
welcome back. And as
welcome
Barry
back.
said, subscribe. It is free.
It is free. We're trying to build up that following as well, because people are actually tuning in. They're just not hitting the subscribe button. So make sure you do that.
Make sure you get all over that. So Barry, what is going on today's football show?
Okay, on today's football show, we're going to be discussing the Nations League that was won over the weekend by Cristiano Ronaldo and co, aka Portugal. Also, we're going to look at the European qualifiers, because Ireland just won today. We actually just made sure to watch that. Ireland beat Gibraltar. And then this weekend, Copa America starts. And then we're going to discuss some of the transfers that are going down, because Hazard's obviously gone to Real Madrid. There's talk about De Ligt and Eriksen going everywhere. So we're going to start it off with the Nations League.
The Nations League. Here we go. So, what do we have? The semi-finals, the third and fourth place playoff, and then the final.
Yeah.
One thing I will say, I am grateful for the Nations League now, because up until the semi-finals, I didn't really know what was going on. Did you?
No, same here. It was very messy.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to make sense. I don't really understand it. But when the semi-final and final was on, I was like, right, I'm in.
Yeah. The first semi-final was on Wednesday. Portugal beat Switzerland 3-1. Ronaldo got a hat-trick. That was his first game in the Nations League as well.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, he showed up at the right time, didn't he?
He certainly did, man.
Yeah, what a man. When you see him take the ball off the ref at the end, and I'm like, how many times has he done that?
I know.
Has he scored like 50 career hat-tricks or something?
Man, his gaff is going to have to be so big to have all the hat-trick balls just everywhere, you know?
Yeah, the West Wing has the trophy room.
Jesus, unbelievable.
With the hat-trick ball section.
Yeah, Portugal won that. We both thought that was going to happen going into the game. Then on the Thursday, Holland beat England 3-1 in extra time. England should have had this wrapped up. Just some serious mistakes by John Stones at the back. And then Netherlands capitalised and won 3-1.
Yeah, Matthijs de Ligt and Van Dijk at centre half. I was a bit scared for Ronaldo when he had to come up against him, but
yeah.
John Stones, what should make those mistakes, man? Where were them in the Premier League when we needed them? The criticism of this I actually thought was quite interesting, because some people were like, this is the way England should be playing, and you have to accept that you make these mistakes sometimes to get better. You shouldn't change the system. And other people were like, there's absolutely zero excuse for those mistakes he made. What's your take on it?
Well, even De Ligt earlier on to give away the penalty for England that Rashford totally capitalised on, he just turned off. You could tell because of these last couple of weeks that they've been off since the season ended, that he was like probably like, oh, should I go to Juventus or should I go to Barca? Oh shit, there's the ball, Rashford. Oh no, penalty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's too much free time to be thinking about this stuff. John Stones, on the other hand, that was after seeing your counterpart, literally the other centre back doing something like that, you're like, you should be totally in the zone then, and then you go and
you're also winning 1-0, so you're like, protect the lead, and just nothing.
Were they winning 1-0 at that stage? Yeah,
I think they were. Yeah, but England won 1-0 up.
Yeah, but that wasn't that was that not in extra time when that happened?
No, but he made two mistakes.
Yeah, but the second one was to make it 3-1.
Oh,
so was that one not to make it 2-1? Maybe
it was actually. Sorry.
Yeah, but John Stones, when he's the main centre back in a partnership, you can tell he's just not ready to go.
No.
Whereas
he's the number two.
Yeah, he's the number two.
Yeah, he is, and he's a good number two as well. Let's not absolutely tear him to shreds, but when you look at Van Dijk and De Ligt as 1 and 2, they're different gravy.
They are different gravy.
And what really showed De Ligt as a leader and as a captain, I know Van Dijk was the captain there, but he's captain of Ajax, is he made the mistake, gave away the penalty, and then he went up and scored the header to counteract the mistake he made.
Yeah, and then had a great game as well.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Didn't just bury his head in the sand.
What's your favourite thing about him?
De Ligt?
Yeah. I feel like, I don't say his blonde hair, I feel like he's the hottest prospect in football right now, isn't he?
Yeah. What really won me over was, first of all, he actually he's probably going to get as many goals as Sergio Ramos has got.
Yeah.
But the way he goes up and heads the ball and wins it like a man against men, he is still a child, 19, you're still a kid really. But being a captain as well, like amongst your peers, and people respect you that much as well. And then I almost feel like he should go to Liverpool and play alongside Van Dijk, because that, like, they're never going to concede goals then. Andy Robertson scored a cracker there over the weekend as well. Trent Alexander-Arnold, like, he didn't really start for England because they were sort of letting the players that played in the Champions League finals just have a bit of a break. But having them as a back four for the next 4 years guaranteed, 5 years possibly guaranteed, and the goalkeeper, Liverpool, if Liverpool get the licked, they'll win the league next year.
Oh, 100%. Especially considering City lost company. So Stones going to have to start.
The league must have a choice of 10 teams. We'll obviously get into that in a bit, because the third and fourth place playoff, England beat Switzerland 6-5 in penalties. By the way, did you see Jordan Pickford's penalty?
No.
It was beautiful.
That game was like not very good. I got bored watching.
Absolutely shy.
And I was like, I haven't even watched the game for someone to be given a bronze medal at the end.
Yeah. I know obviously we have some English people that tune into our show, but the English fans had another terrible reputation as well for being over there. They were actually clapped out of the city when they were leaving. The police beat them up as well.
Lovely.
I said to my dad, I go, what fans do you think they are? Do you think they're like...
what team?
Yeah, do you think they're like Luton fans?
West Ham.
Do you think they're... No, but do you think they're like, they could be like Macclesfield fans that like never get to go abroad or anything, and then they're let loose?
I've no
We'll
idea.
have all the Macclesfield fans being like, "Fuck you, Basmo." Oh, mad dog.
Well, in fairness, I think what happens is you get that mob mentality, and you get a few drinks, and you're like, "Oh, wacko, go over there and jock that Portuguese fella," and you're like, "Brilliant idea, Tomo." You know what I mean? Although I don't think all the English people have O's at the end of the name, like Irish people do. But
it's more Irish, yeah.
But you know what I mean? It was it is what it is, and the English fans tend to always get a bad rep.
Yeah,
maybe it's deserved, maybe it's not. I've never encountered like a group of terrible English fans.
No, either way. What did you make of England overall? They came third. Like,
very World Cup.
They should have beaten Holland in the end, I think. And did anyone stand out for you?
For England?
Bar John Stones.
No, actually, really, to be honest. I was actually almost disappointed with Raheem Sterling in the end. I looked at him to be the spark in that England team, and I thought he you know what? He got himself into that position to do what he does for City, and it just didn't come up with the goods.
Yeah.
So,
but he is sort of the main man with England as well. That's an added pressure, whereas at Man City, he's like the fifth.
One of many.
Yeah, one of many, yeah. Also, I'm going to bring it back to like what happened. It was like 2 weeks since they played, and
people, it's a very long season for them. You know,
like these players
actually care.
I say they do, but like they can't all. Like, it's hard to get up for it and get up for it every week. You know, that's why people don't constantly win all the time. You know.
Also, the different teams like each week as well for them as well.
Yeah, but so England came third, but in the final, Portugal won 1-0 against Holland. It wasn't actually a great final, I'm not going to lie, but Cristiano Ronaldo wins another trophy.
Which one scored? Guedes, is that it?
I think so. Yeah, Gonzalo Guedes after the 60th minute.
It was actually a decent finish in fairness to him.
It was actually good. Yeah, the keeper should have done better, I thought. But Portugal win 1-0. Cristiano Ronaldo leads the line again. Your man, that young fellow who started up front in the first game, he was on the bench in the second game. João Felix. Yeah. Suppose he's getting touted for about 100 million euros. But he started up front with Ronaldo in the first game. But like, what an idol to have as Ronaldo as your partner. Like he like Felix 10 years ago would have been 9, right? Yeah. And then seeing Ronaldo, who's now 34 at 24, doing magic, and be like, one day I'd love to play alongside him. And then he got that dream. That was definitely a dream.
There was actually old pictures of Ronaldo at 19 playing with Figo, and like then they had João Felix beside Ronaldo in training. Yeah. It was like a similar picture, and that's obviously growing up to see your idol, and then like when you're, I suppose that's what they say, your idols then become your rivals. And like, obviously they're playing the same team for Portugal, but whatever team João Felix goes to in the summer, I doubt he's going to stay at Benfica. Unless he goes to Juventus, he'll be a rival to Ronaldo throughout Europe.
Or even 2 years ago when they won the Euros, he was probably like, "Oh, I'd love to play Ronaldo." So crazy how then that happens. But obviously Ronaldo's probably going to be in the title of this video. But where does Cristiano Ronaldo go from here, Ross? Because he's 34. This is his 10th UEFA trophy he's won. What do you think drives him on? Because obviously he can't go forever. He's 34 now. I've said that about 34 times. But what do you think is going to drive him next?
Well, I feel like he's still got another minimum 2 years at the top.
Yeah, he definitely has a World Cup left.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's Euros, isn't it, next?
Euros, yeah. But they won the last Euro, so he'll probably defend it. So I think he loves playing for Portugal. I almost think he sees himself as the player manager there.
Yeah.
And like the team is like could never be any more literally built around someone as that Portugal team is built around him. But that Portugal team is actually quite good. They have João Felix, they have your man Bruno Fernandes, who's supposed to go to Man United for like 100 million, even though I've never seen him play. Bernardo Silva, Semedo at right back, Cancelo.
Moutinho was even on the bench.
Yeah, Moutinho.
Yeah, I was actually so surprised.
I was like, that Portuguese team's quite good.
Yeah, it looked better than the one they had
That
2
won
years
Euros.
ago.
Yeah.
Didn't they?
I definitely agree.
Yeah. I was surprised. I was like, hold on, this team's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I was like, where's Nani?
Yeah, he's over in Orlando, you know that?
Is he?
Yeah, he's playing in Orlando, yeah.
Doing his back flips.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll only sign you if you do the back flips when you score the goal.
Yeah, they got rid of Kaká, so they had to get someone else to get the Latin fans in. But Ronaldo's obviously only got what? How many? Is he going to play these 40? I feel like he doesn't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? Like
no, he'll only play as long as he's at the top. But like you can see him doing his Zlatan sort of on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. I feel like at the end of the day, he's going to end up being like in a front three, right in the middle, just to sort of the Zlatan basically, but and take everything and score all the time.
But he also like gets up in the air and like scores the headers as well,
like a salmon.
Yeah.
But David Beckham's team, I think, is now starting Inter Miami. I think they're starting next year, if not the year after. Ronaldo like currently has like I think a 4-year contract with Juventus maybe, or if not 3. I
know it makes a lot of like sense and it makes a lot of like marketing sense, but I almost think it would make more sense for Ronaldo to be like, you know what, I'm going to start my own team and I'm going to play for them.
Yeah, well, John, that's going to take too long to build stadiums and all, but I mean, Ronaldo's probably going to stay at Juventus another couple of years, right?
Yeah.
I can't see him being like, oh, by the way, I want to go to Bayern and win that league, or I want to go to PSG. Oh, maybe PSG. But I mean, for his own brand, I know he has millions.
Yeah, but what if he decided, he was like, you know what, I'm going to Bayern for a year and then PSG for a year and say I won all the top European leagues? Because you could easily do that as well.
I actually would really like to see him do that. I find that slightly not... I don't think he will do that, but do you think
that'd be like very egotistical, wouldn't it?
Yeah, man, it would make him the actual greatest of all time, definitely. But do you think he will eventually go over to America and then crack that as well? Because I feel like the second he lands there, whatever team he goes to, especially if he's joined with Becks, that could be like game over. Like he'll have so much more money. It's unbelievable. Like he'll be up there by himself.
He almost looks like someone who's like afraid to retire, you know?
Yeah. It's because he looks so young as well.
Yeah. Oh, well, like he's in better shape than everyone else he's playing with.
Yeah.
I think he'll outlast Messi as well, even though he's older than him.
Yeah.
I just think his physique and his playing style suit to last longer.
Yeah.
Also, I feel if Messi did like his cruise shit tomorrow, he'd be gone. And I feel like if Ronaldo did his cruise shit tomorrow, he'd have to prove to himself he could come back and do it again.
Yeah. But I like that idea we just came up there. If he went to Bayern for a year, then went to PSG for a year, like I mean, that'd be outrageous.
Yeah.
It's actually so sad to know that like he's 34 and he's like he won't be around forever.
I feel like he'd go to PSG first, and then go to Bayern.
No,
I feel like
Bayern would be better.
Yeah, but I feel like he'll retire almost at Bayern, because I feel like PSG will want him to be like, now we're going to win the Champions League, if that makes sense. As opposed to Bayern, sort of like they can't afford the wages much. Yeah, but like he'll retire.
It'd be harder to win the league with Bayern than it will be harder to win the league with PSG. You know.
Yeah, but Bayern will just keep buying Dortmund's players and they can't do anything about it.
True, yeah. But do you think he'd eventually go to America? I mean, like look at the way Zlatan's cleaning up over there, just being on the TV all the time.
I think if he does go, he'll play for LA Galaxy. To be honest,
think so, yeah.
I just see him living in LA. I think that makes sense.
So do I, man. I feel like that he'll just fit in there. But what a career, man! And we're actually so lucky to be following this stuff.
And saying that again, like I could definitely see him also in Miami. I'm just thinking I'm more so thinking of his Instagram where he'll be.
I know the world is totally his oyster, and it's funny how you're like, oh, he's sort of old at 34, but man, like that's not old at all in realistic terms.
No.
He's probably gonna live to 100.
Yeah,
like he's probably gonna be that shredded till he's like 50 or if not 60 or something.
Yeah,
crazy stuff. But let us know what you think Ronaldo should do next. Also, this weekend, Copa America is starting. Brazil are hosting it. Neymar is out. Argentina have Messi. Do you think Messi's going to be like, right, I'm going to now win Copa America?
I know we had a discussion earlier, but like I still feel like Argentina have not won anything with Messi. I know you said they won the Olympics, but to me that doesn't overly count. So I think I'm going to say that Brazil are still going to win it.
Yeah. I have a feeling Argentina might do it if Aguero's on form as well. They're obviously the two favourites, and we'll keep you up to date on that. That actually starts on Saturday. Also, Ireland drew the first game on Friday night against Denmark away. Wasn't the most impressive performance. Ireland won today against Gibraltar 2-0. Wasn't the most impressive performance, but Ireland now top of the group, Ross, in Group D for the European qualifiers, man.
Yeah, I think it's been Ireland, Denmark, and Switzerland. Obviously, we haven't played Switzerland yet.
Yeah.
But look, I'm going to expect Ireland to finish in the top two. I don't know, does the top two get you a qualification spot?
Yeah, it should do.
Yeah, I expect Ireland to qualify. Look, as bad as I think Ireland are at football, they get the results that they need.
They do.
That's my take on it anyway. Switzerland could have something to say about that though.
Yeah, that's why.
Kiri and the boys, you know?
Yeah, that's why I think we were a bit lucky that they lost the penalty shootout to England, so they wouldn't be as high going into the summer, you know.
Yeah, it's a bit tentative, isn't it?
Yeah, like at the moment, Ireland are winning the group after 4 games. They're on 10 points. Denmark are coming second after 3 games on 5 points, and Switzerland are coming third after 2 games with 4 points, and then Georgia and Gibraltar are down.
So there's the group. In terms of football transfers, Eden Hazard has made his way to Real Madrid, finally, in the worst kept secret in football.
Yeah, is he going to be number 7, by the way? Yeah,
he is. Yeah, it's already signed, sealed, delivered.
Are you excited to see him play for them and see what he can do?
I think it's going to be interesting. Where's he going to play? Is he going to play on the left? Is he going to play on the right? Is he going to play up top? Who knows?
Do you think they're going to sign any other big name as well, Ross?
I think they need to replace Benzema, to be honest. I don't think they can challenge Barcelona with something like that. They need someone who's going to score 30 goals in the season.
I was thinking more on like midfield, maybe.
Maybe there as well. Although like that midfield won the Champions League, Cruz, Modric and Casemiro. So interesting.
What about Pogba? I feel like that conversation's going to happen all summer.
Yeah. Maybe if they got Eriksen in that midfield, that could help.
Yeah.
Maybe play Diamond, play Hazard up front with someone else. Aguero would be an unbelievable signing for them.
Yeah. De Ligt, sorry, we had to come back to him. Where do you think De Ligt is going to end up?
I think he's going to end up Barcelona.
Same
just because that's where De Jong's gone. Like that's a comfortable move from. If not, he'll go to Liverpool because he'll play alongside Van Dijk.
That looks tasty, doesn't it?
Yeah,
For Liverpool.
like they'll win the Champions League and the league next year if they have him.
Yeah, and you know they signed Daniel James.
And do you think Christian Eriksen will go to Real Madrid?
It depends how much money they're asking for. You know
I don't think he will. I think he'll stay at Spurs.
It's gonna be really. It seems like everyone wants to go to Real Madrid. I don't know what's gonna happen. I can't wait till one person moves, like Gareth Bale, for instance. Let's see what he does.
I think he's gonna do a loan to United. I think that's
gonna. I think that as well.
Summer,
I think that as well. Yeah. But
so guys, thanks a million for watching the Energized Football Show.
Make sure to subscribe. Give us a like if you enjoyed the crack. Give us a thumbs down if you hate Energized. Very you for doing that right now.
Yeah.
And as always,
stay energized.
Stay energized.